Hi, this is Dave and welcome to the Table, a series of videos where I review and discuss various board and card games, looking at them from a family perspective. Today we're going to be taking a look at Tabula Pasta from Josh Wilhite. This is a 2 to 4 player card and dice game set in an Italian restaurant. You're working as a chef, racing against other chefs to cook up tasty dishes for your hungry customers. Alright, let's take a look at this game, how it's played, and I'll come back and I'll give you my thoughts. Okay, let's take a look at Tabula Pasta here. In the game board we have is set up like a table here in the middle with space for 4 customers. And the game comes with 12 of these little customer meeples, green ones, red ones, and white ones. They don't have any specific point values. They just lend to the overall Italian feel for the game. The game also is going to come with 12 of these custom dice here. We have the white one here is going to make up the pasta deck. It has the various types of pastas on here. The green one is going to be the various meat proteins, and then the red one is going to be the different types of sauces. And at the beginning of the game, we roll the dice and we create a order for each of the customers. So this one here happens to be tortellini with chicken and a cacciatore sauce. So I just place this right behind this customer here. And on the instruction sheet there is a reference as to what all of the different symbols mean, just so you know. So here's like a good reference for all of the sauces. Now the deck of cards that come in the game is the ingredient deck here, and it's got a bunch of different types of cards in here. We've got our pastas, and we've got sauces, and we've got meat, proteins, and we also have some of these wild cards that give us different special abilities that we can use. Now in the deck there's also going to be some of these special cards here that are special ingredients that can be used as a substitution for anything. For example, here tofu can be used for any type of meat, and we have this oil that can be used with as any type of sauce, or we have these rotel pasta that can be used as any type of pasta. So those are in the deck as well that can help you out in certain situations. Now at the beginning of the game we have 3 of the cards will be placed out here to form what's called the pantry, and each player will be dealt a starting hand of 5 cards, which I have right here: spaghetti, fusilli, cacciatore sauce, sausage, and bolognese. And on our turn, what we're going to do is we will be able to draw a card either from the ingredient deck here or one from the pantry and add it to our hand in an attempt to fulfill these orders for these customers and have them satisfied. Well, looking at some of the orders on the table here, this one is tortellini with sausage and a bolognese sauce. We've got a macaroni with chicken and a cacciatore sauce. We have spaghetti with sausage and a cacciatore sauce. So lots of cacciatore orders out there right now. I do happen to have a cacciatore sauce in my hand, but I happen to have sausage and bolognese in my hand too, so I have 2 ingredients here. Now that's going to, looking at my hand and the orders, is going to affect my decision of where I want to draw a card from, and I see that tortellini is right here, and so I'm going to draw that into my hand. And I will in turn be able to complete this one particular order right here, and so what I'm going to do is place these into the bus bin, and this happy little customer goes in front of me in my score pile. Now, it's not always that easy being able to get that lucky on the starting hand, but that just so happened to be how it was for me. And so now what I will do is I will refill this space here in the pantry. I will place a new customer here, and I will roll up a new order. And so now we have spaghetti in a burro sauce with chicken. And so I'll place that in front of this player, or that customer right there. And now it'd be player 2's turn here, and they're going to do the same thing, trying to fill these different orders. Now, there's a lot of stuff here that's out that's kind of similar, and I've got a couple of the ingredients here, but if I decide to, I will draw a card here in my hand. I have this penne pasta, and so maybe I'm going to get rid of this. Maybe I don't really want that card, and so I'll discard it. But now, instead of completing an order, I can play a wild card. And so I'm going to do this one, which will allow me to re-roll 1 order. So maybe I don't like this customer's order, and I'm going to try and re-roll it. So now I happen to have over here spaghetti with beef in a burro sauce. So I have something different that I can do. Now, there is going to be a hand limit of 5 cards in your hand. So if you saw, I drew a card into my hand and then I discarded one because I needed to have 5 cards in my hand at that particular point. And so now Actually, I'm sorry, I could have kept that one card in my hand because I drew it in my hand and I played this wild card, so that was my mistake. But at the end of your turn, you have to have 5 cards in your hand. If you have more than 5 cards, then you'll have to discard down. And so you're going to continue to play this game, trying to complete these various orders. And once all these customers have been fed, whoever has the most satisfied customers in front of them at the end wins the game. All right, let's talk about Tabula Pasta. And this is a very strongly Italian-themed game, starting with the artwork here on the box all the way through the game pieces that come in the game itself, with the little customers that are red, white, and green, the dice, and even the artwork on the cards. Looking at the game board itself, it really lends to this whole Italian restaurant theme for this game. Now, looking at the gameplay mechanics, it's a simple set collection game where you're only having to collect those 3 various ingredients in order to make those dishes that the customers are ordering. And if you are successful at doing that and you can do it better than the other players, then you're going to win the game. Now, there's the cool cards that are in there that are going to help you out in a bind, with especially those special ingredient cards that are going to allow you to substitute an item if you don't have something in your hand. And the wild cards in here are very useful because they're going to allow you to change things up, whether it's re-rolling a customer's order, allowing you to go through the bus bin to pull cards out, or to shuffle all of those bus bin cards back into the deck to kind of refresh what's going to be coming out. So it's going to keep the game moving along, and you're not going to find yourself being stale and not finding, being able to get the cards that you need. So those are good elements that are going to keep the game moving along and not having it become stagnant. So I do like that. The dice themselves, they generate these random dishes, and so it kind of lends to, if you want to call it, culinary creativity, because me personally, if I went to a restaurant, I would never think to order spaghetti with fish in a bolognese sauce, but typically you'd want to see it with either beef or sausage in a bolognese sauce. But again, this game generates some creativity here, and it's going to allow you to make up these fancy dishes for your customers. So it kind of gives a little bit of twist on some of your typical Italian meals. And so it kind of gives the game just kind of a unique feel to it. Now, looking at this game from a family perspective, there's a couple of cool things in here. Number one, it's just going to be good family fun, that you're going to be able to sit down and play a game that's going to hit home with everybody, because everybody has had some sort of pasta dish in their life, whether it's as simple as macaroni and cheese or just a plain spaghetti and marinara sauce, all the way up to if you're eating something with mussels, with maybe like an angel hair pasta or red wine, or a white wine sauce. So everybody's had that, so they're going to be able to relate to this particular game. And there's a couple of cool variations that Josh added in this game, and that is using those dice. Take the dice and roll them up and start cooking at home to inspire you to make your own Italian meals at home. So he kind of takes it off of the game board and puts it into the kitchen. So I really like the fact that he's kind of taking a game itself and kind of bringing it to life through practical Italian dish making. So I really like that. Now, to me, this is a fun, cute game that is good to have on your shelf, because you could bring it out. It's got a nice Italian theme, and again, young players will be able to play this and just makes it for a very enjoyable game. So I like this one. This is a good one. All right, and if you're interested in getting a copy of Tabula Pasta, I will have the ordering information in the video description below. All right, that's it for now, and join me again next time as we take a look at another game and we see how it makes it to the table.